There's an animal, a common domesticated species, that has somehow worked its way into the creative minds of artists, painters, dancers, and writers. The scholarly study it, the motherly feed it warm milk, and the childish pull its tail. So much has been said about these curious creatures called cats that you might wonder what hasn't been said about them. But we're going to tell you about two Iowa cats that are uncommon. Two cats who've tamed their towns.
Find a spot where he wants to hide in the books, and that's where he goes.
Our first fine feline is Dewey. Dewey Readmore Books, to be specific. He's tamed the library patrons of Spencer with a personality that spans the gap from Buddha to Superman.
He's good at it.
The other exceptional cat is Tom. He hangs his hat at Kibby's hardware store, but he's Conrad's cat.
Well, I understand that Tom was the unofficial mayor here of Conrad.
He is the mayor.
He is the mayor.
He is the mayor.
I see. And how's he doing?
Good.
Animals that try to bite an armored body might end up breaking their teeth.
The most extraordinary thing about these cats is that both of them love people. Really.
He's very warm. He loves everybody.
He's a lover.
There's a lot of senior citizens that come in who can't have pets in their apartment.
You happy here, Dewey? He's real friendly.
He really, really likes babies. He will come over and sit right beside them, and they'll grab his fur, and he won't move.
Like I say, a lot of people come in and just to see if he's in here, and just give him a pat on the head and go out.
He's kind of our ambassador to Main Street, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, you're a good kitty.
A lovable dog we could understand. But cats? This I had to see for myself.
Yeah, he's adjusting. I think he's purring.
And of course I couldn't play favorites.
What do you think? What do you think?
Maybe these cats are different from the majority of their species because early in their lives, humans did something good for them.
Well, we came in on a Monday morning, and we could hear a small sound, but we couldn't identify it or where it was coming from, and we opened the book drop. And not only was it full of books, but this little tiny kitten was in there. He was dirty and wet, and his foot pads were frozen and were falling off. And you could tell he was starving. So we took him out of there, and we gave him a warm bath, more to bring him back to life than anything else. And he purred during the entire bath. And we knew that he was just such a little character with great personality.
Here we go.
So that's when we decided to ask the city council and the library board if we could keep him as a library cat.
Back in Conrad, Tom had a similar sad beginning.
Ralph came in one morning, and it was really cold and snowing and blowing, and found this cat.
Well, he just was a stray that was around town, and he was so thin you could see through him.
Oh, he looked tough. Says, now what are we going to do? He says, well, I'm going to take him down to Steckelberg's, down at the vet. Ralph's real big-hearted about that. And he came back alone. He said, well, what do you decide? Well, Ralph says he gave him $60 worth of shots and said, well, if he's still alive in the morning, he might have a chance.
Every day at the Spencer Library, Dewey entertains his public, pulling from his bag of unusual cat tricks. He greets Vicky every morning with a friendly wave. He likes to help shelve books by lying on the cart, and this is his favorite cart because he can adjust his seating perfectly.
You get comfy.
He loves to sleep in boxes. The smaller the box, the better. He also climbs ladders and plays games.
I'm gonna throw it.
He's sort of got the hang of hide and seek.
You silly. And he thinks he's hidden.
He's so entertaining, being a library cat and all, that some people have even written about him in their books.
He is a chapter in 2 books. So if we type in Dewey Readmore, there's a book called Serendipity Stories of Cats and Their People. And there's a drawing of Dewey laying on my shoulder.
With Vicky.
Yes.
Back in Conrad, Tom has his own set of tricks. He likes to climb on people's shoulders and take a ride. He makes funny faces when his friends scratch him in a secret spot.
Oh, yeah.
He likes
Let's see. Do that again.
And he has one really unusual habit.
He stops traffic, and everybody stops for him.
Tom and Dewey, 2 tabbies who've tamed their towns. Although they live 100 miles apart, they both live by the same general rule.
Don't ever forget or let humans forget that you own the joint.
But these lion kings are both the magnanimous kind, and their subjects have learned a lot from them.
Tom doesn't have many enemies. He loves everybody. It makes you feel that if he can get along with everybody, you should be able to.
So the moral of the story is, if you own the joint, you may as well rub noses with everyone.
Meow.